Turn this on. There we go. Well, good evening, and welcome to Roane State Community College's 2022 Commencement Celebration, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we would ask you please to remain standing. Gentlemen, we would ask you please remove your hats for the presenting of our national and state flags, as well as the playing of our national anthem. Color Guard, present the colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank the York Agricultural Institute ROTC Honor Guard for presenting our national and state colors. Thank you so much for a job well done. As you remain standing, please, I would also like to thank the Roane State faculty and students and the Roane State Bluegrass Band under the director of Brenda Luigi for their musical performances this evening. Please join me in thanking all of them. At this time, please join me in welcoming Mr. Scott Neerman, Executive Director of the Roane State Foundation and Alumni Relations, who will deliver our invocation this evening.
Please pray with me. Our almighty and merciful God, in whom we live and move and have our very being, we come to you with praise and thanksgiving for the blessings of this day and of this occasion. We rejoice with these graduates and their families and pray your continued blessings upon them as they commence a new chapter in their lives. We pray that the knowledge they have gained will replace fear and mistrust, give them confidence and competence in their chosen fields, and that a broader perspective of tolerance and understanding will result from their time spent here. As they take up new challenges, we pray that they will make us proud as they enjoy good and productive lives. Bless this school, its faculty and staff and leadership, that we all may continue to work together to deliver an education of quality and good reputation. And may the desire to continue to learn and serve characterize all who partake of the Roane State experience. Grant us grace and forgiveness, temperance and compassion, patience and kindness, goodness and courage of conviction. Direct us in all our ways and keep us safe and secure in the knowledge of your everlasting love. We humbly pray. Amen.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. In 1971, this institution was created by the Tennessee legislature, and it was named after the second governor of Tennessee, Mr. Archibald Roane. He served from 1801 through 1803, and during his term as governor, he served as trustee of Tennessee's first three colleges: Blount College, now the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, Greenville College, and Washington College, which is now Tusculum College. So it is very fitting that Roane State Community College is named after him. And on behalf of our faculty, staff, and students, it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you, our guests, to Roane State Community College's commencement ceremony for 2022. We are so honored to have you here. Don't worry, it's just me and electronics. I have that effect on technology. Assistant Professor Elizabeth Kitts is our mace bearer this evening, and she led the faculty into the hall with our college mace. She is one of the three finalists for the Sarah Ellen Benro Outstanding Faculty Award. That is the highest honor bestowed upon Roane State faculty, and the winner of that award will be announced in the fall during convocation. Professors Ted Strike and Stephanie Holmes are serving as our faculty marshals, and we thank all of them. And next, I would like to recognize some of our faculty members who are a part of a program we call Post-Retirement. Post-Retirement is a program in which some retiring Roane State faculty members elect to teach part-time with the college for a term of up to 4 years. And at this time, I would like to recognize faculty members who are ending or entering post-retirement this semester. Ending post-retirement, Professor Mike Goggin and Professor Marcia Slush. And entering post-retirement, Professor Jeff Sexton. Fully retiring from Roane State, Professor Darlene Anthony. Would the faculty members ending or entering their post-retirement or going on full retirement, if you happen to be here this evening during this ceremony, would you please stand right now and let us recognize you? Now, during Roane State's 4 commencement ceremonies, we are gathering to celebrate our graduates who have reached a major milestone in their lives. And of course, this isn't just any educational milestone. It's important to note, of course, that many of you sitting here with us tonight began this journey just before the start of the pandemic. Some of you enrolled right in the middle of one of the most challenging times in our history. And we honor you, we celebrate you. And so I offer to each of the graduates here this evening our commendation, our congratulations for persevering in the face of extraordinary challenges and achieving your degree or certificate. We are so proud of you, and we are so pleased to honor you as our graduating class, and we welcome you into Roane State's alumni ranks. In fact, I would like to take a moment, please, to recognize Roane State alumni who may be in the audience today. So please stand anywhere in this hall if you are a graduate of Roane State Community College, anywhere at all. Thank you so much. To our newest graduates, I encourage you please to remain in contact with our alumni office to let us know of your accomplishments, your milestones. We would like to share ways in turn in which you can support future Roane State students as they work toward their degrees and certificates. Now, while we consider each one of you our special guest, as I mentioned, there are certain individuals joining us this evening who are worthy of special recognition. I would like to start, please, with Regent Danny Varlin. We are honored to welcome Regent Varlin, who is a great advocate for higher education. She was appointed to the Tennessee Board of Regents September 29, 2010, by Governor Phil Bredesen, representing the 2nd Congressional District. She was then reappointed in 2013 by Governor Bill Haslam and then appointed for a third term, we're very grateful, in 2019 by Governor Bill Lee. Regent Varlin recently retired from serving as Major Gifts, Grants, and Estate Planning Officer at East Tennessee Children's Hospital in Knoxville. Her extensive, and I mean extensive, community service activities include being chairman of the boards for Habitat for Humanity, the Salvation Army, as well as president of St. George Greek Orthodox Church Parish Council and the chairman of their annual Greek Festival. She has a Bachelor of Arts degree in English from Georgia State University in Atlanta. She and her husband, the Honorable Thomas A. Varlin, have 4 adult children, and they are expecting their 6th grandchild, yes, 6th, this fall. Would you welcome to the stage, please, one of my bosses, the Honorable Regent Danny Varlin.
Good evening, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here, and I'm so grateful that all of you are here as well. Congratulations to the graduates, all of your family members that are here, and especially to your teachers, the staff, and the administrators that make Roane State Community College such a special place. President Whaley, I want to acknowledge you, your staff, and faculty this evening for the amazing work you're doing. You have met the constant challenge of pivoting to accommodate the COVID pandemic with excellence and grace. It is a great time to be a community college student in Tennessee, and especially at Roane State. Tennessee Promise, Tennessee Reconnect, Tennessee Transfer Pathways, along with expert workforce training and access to jobs, your future is very bright. Governor Lee, former Governor Bill Haslam, and the Tennessee General Assembly have generously invested taxpayer funds to upgrade state college facilities and create new buildings with new equipment and new faculty throughout Tennessee. This includes the amazing partnership between Roane State, TCAT Knoxville, and Covenant Health to bring a state-of-the-art healthcare training facility to Knoxville. Just recently, your own Senator Ken Yeager, seated right here, secured $25 million for a new joint higher education facility in Fentress County in a partnership with the Tennessee College of Applied Technology in Oneida, Huntsville. And while we're clapping, let me recognize the other state representatives here tonight because they're the ones that give us the money. Thank you very much, all of you. All of this is an investment in the greatest asset in the state of Tennessee, you. Tennessee has a goal to educate 55% of its citizens with a diploma or a certificate by 2025. That's right around the corner. When I was on the board and we first started talking about this, it seemed so far away, but now it's 2022. Every investment made in higher education is to help reach that goal by educating citizens just like you and providing the very best equipment and instruction without burdening you with a mountain of debt to achieve your goal. Thank you very much, State of Tennessee. That includes $215 million from Governor Lee that the General Assembly approved for 2022, 23. I'll say that again, $215 million for community colleges in our state. Those dollars are what makes Tennessee in the top 20 for the best states funding higher education. It's pretty remarkable. As a member of the Tennessee Board of Regents, my colleagues and I are so proud of our graduates and congratulate you tonight on this celebration of your accomplishments. Big life moments are a chance to celebrate, as well as an opportunity to evaluate and reset your path. What's next in your story? At Roane State, you have been surrounded by people that want you to succeed, that care about you, go to bat for you, and celebrate your every success. That doesn't even include all of your family members and friends that have probably done the same. So in addition to whatever skills and certificates you have earned here, you have learned much more than that. You are not only ready to be the best at the skills you have earned and bring those to the work that you're going to do. But you have life skills to pass on to others through your own stories. And just as others has cared for you and believed in and loved you, you can be that shining example for someone else. Your story is unique, and how you got to this moment in time is up to you to tell. But in doing so, you can share and model the behaviors and examples that have been shared with you to make a positive impact beyond and much more fulfilling than any paycheck you will ever receive. Today you become college graduates, and you're the reason why the Board of Regents exists. You're the reason why our colleges exist, and seeing you receive your certificates and diplomas is what makes our volunteer services on the Tennessee Board of Regents so worthwhile. So again, congratulations, and go out and tell your story. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Regent Varlin. Now I'd like to introduce some more guests, please, and I would ask them to please stand as I say their names, please. Our special keynote speaker tonight, Dr. Don Miller. I will share more about Don before his address to you in just a few moments. This year's President's Award recipient, Deborah Porter, please stand. She is also going to share with you in just a few moments. Now I'd like to also share with you, and Regent Varlin started this, and so I want to ask them to please let me recognize them again, the members of our delegation. And I know that most of them are here. One may have snuck in and be somewhere else in the building, so I'm going to read all the names. But if you all would stand, please. Senator Yeager, Senator Powers, his wife Tracy, Representative Russell, Representative Reagan, and somewhere in the building, Representative Kelly Kiesling, I think, is here with his wife Janet. There are folks who say that they support education, and we appreciate that, and they are well-meaning. And then there are those who say it, and every day they make it their passion to support and advocate for what makes it possible for all of you to be here this evening. And there's not a strong enough way for me to say how supportive all of these fine folks are, and I want to say publicly how grateful I am. Could we have a round of applause for all of our elected officials from the Tennessee General Assembly? We have several other guests, and again, some of them are in our VIP section. Others may be spread throughout the auditorium or the hall here, so I'm going to call these names out, and again, would ask you wherever you are to please stand. Dr. Jean Barker, the Director of Lenore City Schools. Ms. Jennifer Fields, Director of Campbell County Schools. Dr. Tim Parrott, Director of Anderson County Schools. Mr. Lance Duff, CTE Director of Roane County Schools. Dr. Garfield Adams is a principal, from Oak Ridge High School. Brandy Hoagland, the principal from Lenore City High School, as well as other officials, Mark Weeks, Andrea Russell, Kevin Smith, Kent Millsaps, and if I have missed anyone, I deeply apologize for that. One more round of applause, please, for all of our special guests. So honored to have all of you with us tonight. In addition, I'd like to introduce the other members of the stage party that will participate in this commencement ceremony. Again, I would ask them to please stand as I call your names. On your right is Dr. Diane Ward. She is the Chief Academic Officer and Vice President for Student Learning at Roane State. On the second row, Dr. Patricia Jenkins, Dean of Health Sciences. Mr. Dan Hyder, the Interim Dean of Social Science, Business and Education. On the third row, Dr. Joel Greenlee, Interim Dean of Humanities. And Dr. Susan Malikpour, the Dean of Mathematics and Sciences. On your left, in the second row, you've met Scott Neerman, the Executive Director of the Roane State Foundation. On the third row again, Professor Elizabeth Kitts, our Faculty Mace Bearer, and Professor April Insko, our Faculty Senate President. A round of applause, please, for our stage party. As I've mentioned, this evening's commencement speaker is Dr. Don Miller. He is Emeritus Professor of Anthropology and History here at Roane State. He was previously employed by the College of DuPage, Roane County Schools, the University of Dayton, and the New World Archaeological Foundation. Dr. Miller holds BS, BA, and MA degrees from Brigham Young University and a PhD from the University of Tennessee. He is a life member of the Tennessee Anthropological Association, member of the Society for American Archaeology, East Tennessee Historical Society, Masonic Lodge of Rockwood, Paul Harris Fellow, and past president of the Rotary Club of Rockwood, and past member of the Roane County Commission. Don and his wife Tamsin, who keeps me straight, she's right up there. Don't take a step without her saying it's okay, or I'll get in trouble. And I mean that as a compliment. And they have two daughters, Cody, who is an associate professor of education here at Roane State. She's right back there. And Jody, who is a microbiologist at Myriad Genetics Research in Salt Lake City. Dr. Miller enjoys hiking, biking, skiing, camping, reading, and Western movies. That's what's all here. Folks, what I would add to you to that is many of you are blessed to know Dr. Miller. For those of you who are not, I regret that you did not have that opportunity professionally. I have two main mentors in my life. One is my father, and the other is Dr. Don Miller. And I will tell you that, in all honesty, Roane State has never known a finer faculty member or administrator. There have been some who have been close, but none ever finer than this gentleman. Would you welcome to the stage Dr. Don Miller?
For a moment, I thought he was talking about someone else. Good evening, graduates, and good evening, parents and family members, those of you who have gathered here together to honor these graduates tonight. Glad to have our dignitaries with us here, too, and always great to see my colleagues at the college, President Whaley, faculty members, and others. I'm really pleased to be here today because we're together for the first time in 3 years on this floor. It was sort of fun the last couple of years to sort of wave at people going by in their cars, but it's great to have you back here, and it's great to see your smiling faces, and most of you without masks, so you're beautiful. Great to see you here. 55 years ago, I enrolled at a university in Provo, Utah. On the entrance gateway to the campus is this sentiment: enter to learn, go forth to serve. You came here to learn, and now you're ready to go forth to serve. You have taken a step forward with your education. In a few minutes, you'll receive a certificate, a diploma that confirms that. Do not doubt yourselves or your abilities. Remember the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. He had straw for brains, but it was the diploma that made him intelligent. With a college education, we do not look with any disdain on others who have not advanced to a degree. All skills and contributions are valued and needed. During most of my life, I've been challenged by things like weed eaters and plumbing fixtures, so I admire people with the abilities to finesse small engines and mechanical fixtures. An eminent educational historian by the name of Bernard Balin told us that education is the entire process by which a culture is transmitted from one generation to the next. We all know that education is more than a degree. So by attaining a degree, we do not assume any intellectual arrogance, but rather enlightened responsibility. Please remember this: the role of an educated person is to enrich the lives of others. So what should you do? What is expected of us? What is expected of us? First of all, start with your families and the people in your communities that raised and nurtured you. First of all, be sure to thank them. They love you, they applaud you. They are here today to celebrate your accomplishments. I'm speaking, they may be listening, but they have their eyes on you right now. You are their pride today, and we are proud of you too. Next, to enrich lives, be your best self and give the best of yourself to others. Remember who you are and celebrate the cultural heritage that has given you your identity. Be a Tennessee volunteer. I'm not just talking about football, that's fun too. I'm talking about your everyday life. Volunteer in your workplace. Go beyond the minimal expectation. Go the extra mile. Volunteer in your community. Take part in activities and search for opportunities for service. Be a good citizen. Senator Yeager reminded me to tell you to remember to vote. Exercise your right to vote. And remember to support those who guard your freedom and protect your communities. Be kind to people, not just your dog. Stop texting and start talking to people. Keep yourselves grounded in a value system that offers moral and structural integrity as well as guidance and direction for your life. And do not place all your trust or rely on today's social media to define who you are. Your own personal, religious, or philosophical beliefs will become more important and needed to sustain you as you move ahead with your life's aspirations. Some of you will need to help maintain social harmony and balance in our country, while others selfishly enjoy the chaos. In the Southwest are people known as the Navajo, and they have a concept they call hotso in the Navajo language. To them it says to walk in beauty. That concept is one that says to strive to live one's life in harmony with all people and with the natural world around us. It's a good model for all of us to consider. And as you go forth, think about leadership. We need more leaders. And be a leader, not just a leader, but what we call a servant leader. Sometimes we need to learn to set ourselves aside for the benefit of others. In his volume on servant leadership, Robert Greenleaf tells us that servant leadership is not bestowed, it's not assumed, and it cannot be taken away. All true leaders are servant leaders, not just bosses who pay themselves more for their titles. Servant leadership is not so much about leading those you want to serve as serving those you want to lead. Think about that for a moment and you'll keep it in the right order. In his essay entitled The Weight of Glory, C.S. Lewis wrote, "There are no ordinary people. You have never talked to a mere mortal." What does he mean by that? He's talking about the paramount importance of every human soul. He's telling us that everyone we meet deserves the best from us. Today, you are taking an important rite of passage, a valedictory passage, if you please. For many of you as graduates in nursing and health science, you already know much of what is expected of you as you enter the workplace. As you go forth, remember that enriching is also working hard. Hard work used to be a good American value. It still is. You may get tired with your new work, your new job, but it will give you more satisfaction in your life. Colin Powell reminds us there are no secrets to success. It is a result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Please continue to enrich your own life. Education never ends. We live in a time when rapid change makes constant demands on every profession, so I hope you've committed yourself to lifelong learning. I also hope that you will find some heroes in your life, some mentors, some good people to help you along life's journey. One of mine was my high school civics teacher from the early 60s. That's the 1960s, not the 1860s. I did not know Archibald Rohn, but Ken Yeager did. I didn't know you all knew that. So. Anyway, my high school civics teacher, we maintained contact through the years, and for the past several years, talked by phone about every 3 or 4 months. We spoke and debated just a few weeks before he died at age 100, so he'd been around for a while. He too was a lifelong mentor and a lifelong learner. I want to add that during the 57 years of our relationship, we never agreed on hardly any political issue. But we always stayed close friends. You can maintain good, meaningful relationships with people even though you disagree with them, and sometimes that's the best way to learn. But personal and professional respect and courtesy make all the difference. Enriching lives means making new friends and holding tight to your old friends. Support each other through all of life's challenges. Stay in touch with us here. We hope you will take more classes with us and obviously at other institutions as you move on, some of you to 4-year degrees. We also hope that some of you will come back and serve as faculty members here. Some of the people on the stage and others in the audience are Roane State graduates, and we're glad that they've come back to make contributions and commit themselves. We appreciate their dedication. I could actually tell you some stories about Chris Whaley when he was a student, but I won't. I'm just glad he drew his eyebrows back. So today is about you and your accomplishments. Thank you for coming to Roane State for part of your education. Thank you for sharing 2 or more years of your lives with us. Thank you for enriching our lives and making our lives more meaningful. As faculty members and educators, there's no greater satisfaction than seeing you, our students, succeed. So again, congratulations to you and to all your families here. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your celebration today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Don, for such an inspirational message. You've presented such good words to us, and it is an honor to share the stage with you, my friend. Now, at this time, I'd like to ask another very distinguished person to join me up here in just a second after I introduce her. I'm going to ask our President's Award recipient, Deborah Porter, to make a few remarks about the impact that Roane State has made on her. Deborah is a non-traditional student with 3 wonderful children and 3 awesome grandchildren. It says awesome in the script. Her lifelong passion for learning reached new heights when she enrolled at Roane State. Now, Deborah has said that school had not been a priority in her family previously. She thought college was for other people and was fearful to get started, but she quickly overcame those fears through the friendly staff and faculty who welcomed her in her new environment here. She serves as president of Roane State's Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. I think I see a few of her colleagues up there on the balcony ready to cheer her on. She served as a Roane State Foundation student ambassador, vice president of the Student Government Association, and is a 5-time published writer. She is also a tutor in our Learning Center. This coming fall, Deborah plans to attend the University of Tennessee to continue her education. She has a deep love for nature, for writing, for history, for psychology, biology, and most of all, helping others see the joy of a life lived with knowledge. And again, that's what the script says, and it's all true, and it's all very, very accurate. What I will tell you is that in my history of many, many years here at Roane State, I mean, every single year we have such great students. All of you are super, but we on the committee that is tasked with determining who's going to be the recipient of the President's Award, we could not think of another student in the last 10 years or so who has done more for Roane State, for other students at Roane State, who just bleeds and exudes what Roane State is. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our President's Award recipient, Deborah Porter.
Is it warm in here? It makes sense. There's over 100 degrees just right there. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, I was asked to speak about the impact Roane State has made on my life, and it is a profound one. Aside from giving me the opportunity to join PTK, the most prestigious honor society there ever was, individuals here that I have met, and many that I have not, have helped me to develop the ability to run in directions that I previously wouldn't even face. They've given me courage to transform into what I want to be, and the wisdom to know how to do that. They've also given me the grit to face the pains necessary for growth. Overcoming challenges like final exams, 11:59 p.m. deadlines, research essays, extra credit projects, faulty alarm clocks, and, well, speeches. They've all led us here today, where a sense of accomplishment and self-worth is allowed to soar. It is highlighted by each and every one of their smiles that the growing pains have stopped. I came to Roane State afraid, but I will leave not only with a new worldview, knowing that people are predominantly good, but also with the realization of strengths and talents I previously never knew I had. We can all go on knowing that no matter what the next page reveals, we are all equipped with the competence and the confidence and skill to succeed in any chapter of our lives. Most importantly, Roane State has taught us the power of recognition. We have been showered by the outpouring of encouragement and love through vivid illustrations of patience, kindness, humor, and grace. I implore you to reflect those qualities that we have been so diligently shown. I could say because you never know whose life you're going to change, but the reality of it is that it's your life that would change. I would like to pass on to you the most valuable, useful advice I was given and the key to any success I have had while at Roane State. And I won't charge you for it because it was free for me, although it is worth more than gold. If you want to get ahead, do the extra. It's only extra if you don't need it, and how do you know if you will need it in the end if you're only at the beginning? Say yes to participation in clubs or community activities when asked. If someone is asking, they may see potential in you that you are not seeing in yourself. And finally, put double the effort into anything you do. Remember, this includes forgiveness, patience, and love. Thank you, Claudia Cummings, for that very sound advice that is proven by my presence here in front of you guys today. So I'll ask you to take a moment and look around. Really look around. We got here together. Today, we reached our goals. Tomorrow, we will reach our dreams. But forever, we are Raiders. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. Outstanding. Thank you for sharing with your peers and for all of us this evening. And thank you for being such an outstanding representative of Roane State Community College. At this time, we would like to recognize our veterans who are graduating this evening. Roane State is proud of the veterans who returned to college after their service to the United States of America. And again, over our 4 ceremonies, we will do this each time. So for this ceremony, please, if you are a graduating veteran, would you please stand at this time? Now, we also want to acknowledge our first generation college graduates. We are blessed to have well over 300, yes, 300 of our participating graduates this year identifying themselves as the first member of their family to attend college. You'll see, in fact, some of them wearing special stoles to signify this achievement. Faculty members taking part are taking part in this new tradition as well, and so we're very grateful for that. Would all of our first generation college graduates please stand? All right, it's all been good, it's all been great, but guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Dr. Ward, please prepare the class of 2022 for graduation.
Will the candidates for the associate degree or certificate please rise? President Whaley, these students have completed the requirements for the associate degree or certificate. On behalf of the faculty it is my privilege to present them to you and ask that you confer upon them the appropriate degree.
Thank you, Dr. Ward. And by the authority vested in me by the state of Tennessee and the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon you and each of your respective groups the Associate of Applied Science degree, the Associate of Science degree, or the appropriate certificate with full privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
You may now move your tassel to the left, and please come forward to receive your appropriate degree or certificate.
Associate of Applied Science. Associate of Applied Science in Nursing, Jody L. Bloom. Stephanie Marie Braden. Kaylee Nicole Bullard, cum laude. Rachel L. Chandler. Savannah Marie Colotis, Associate of Science and Associate of Applied Science in Nursing. Tiffany Leanne Coward. Sarah Elizabeth Cox. Haley Mae Crabtree, cum laude. Melanie A. Dougherty. Alexandra Gabrielle Ellison. Chloe Paige Ellison. Sonia Renee Franklin. Heather Elaine Gales. Whitney Linnell Goff. Ian Garrett Golston. Haley Anna Green. Cindy Renee Gwen, cum laude. Maggie Lynn Hamby. Ashley DeBusk Henley. Roxandra Joyce. Megan Nicole Joyner. Kristen Paige Keeling. Brenna Megan Kirby. Taylor Leanne Coons. Kristen Brooke Markham, cum laude. Catherine M. Miley. Marcia D. Miller. Megan Ashley Mundy. Megan Nicole Norman. Brittany Lee Odell. Crystal Ann Orick. Stephanie Nicole O'Toole. Michael Collier Parkinson. Caitlin Marie Pendleton. Kaylee D. Pennington. Patty Laura Potts. Tanya Mari Potts, cum laude. Caitlin Leanna Powell. Veronica A. Prostinko. Ryan Nicole Reagan. Haley Leanne Redwin. Megan Elizabeth Richards, magna cum laude. Alejandra Ramirez. Barrett Roberts. Army. Haley Ann Russell. Olivia Danielle South. Michaela Stooksbury. Amanda Louise Watkins. Goldie Arlette Willis. Hannah Bailey Wilson. Cole James Zappelt. Wesley Charles Zimke.
Associate of Science, Medill College, Gabrielle Ann Allison. Patrick Lee Barnes, Jr. Zachary Michael Barron. Audrey Dawn Bishop. Kimberlyn Cash. Julia Rose Clymer. Kate Riley Cook. Lainey Nicole Fink, Patton Lee Fischel, Briley Jordan Frills, Brennan Alexander Fulcher, Stephanie Michelle Garcia, Amaya Fawn Gomez, Chloe Grace Hardy, Lauren McKinley Hart, Jordan E. Hagen, Ashton Bree Hensley, James Cody Hicks, Romy Wells Hitson, Taylor Grace Horn, Taylor Mackenzie Jones, Kenry Shea Malone, Rebecca K. Marshall, Aurora Bryn Massengel, Ronwin Laura Catherine Moore, Megan Alexandria Niles, Blaze Daniel Ox, Karen Matthew Olenek, Landon Gabrielle Parrish, Trishu Jitendra Patel, Caitlin Elizabeth Perry, David Joseph Phelps, Tyler Shane Price, Corey N. Pruitt, Emma Grace Robbins, Lucas Aaron Searcy, Rachel Elizabeth Sexton, Lily Grace Taylor, Michaela R. Taylor, Caleb J. Tejeda. Garrison Scott Terry. Jackie Elizabeth Turner. Allison Michelle Warnicki. Evelyn Lou Williamson. Hayden Alexander Wright. Lance Andrew Young. Associate of Applied Science, Middle College Mechatronics. Jaden Michael Beal. Micah Curtis Brewer. Jeremiah Landon Hamby. Thomas Christian Haskell. Chloe Isabella Jones. Andrew David Smith. Samuel A. Watson. Harley Page Bunker. Jacob Hamby. Ashley Marie Tench. Sherry Tench. Joshua Lee Gilmer. Dylan Clyde Meza. Associate of Science, Raikenda Lachey King. Kaylee Lynn Kavanaugh. Stephanie Rose Janan. Chase Amos Riley Kirkland. Luke A. Collins.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have waited for a long time to collectively make some noise, so I want to hear from you for the official time, the first official time. Let's please join me in congratulating the class of 2022 from Roane State Community College. Now, graduates, please stand for just a moment more here. I get the first, the presidential prerogative is something I do every year. I get the first selfie with the graduating class, so you all just hold on, okay? You may be seated for just a moment because now we have a special treat for all of you. For the first time ever performed, and we want to thank Dr. Joel Greenlee, our Interim Dean of Humanities. Up until this time, we have not had an alma mater, and now we do. And we're so excited that it is being premiered at this special ceremony tonight. And so I guess the protocol is we all need to stand, please, so would everyone in the hall please stand back up. Joel and Brenda, take it away.
In a clearing near the river stands a building bright and tall, built by dreamers, raised by family, reaching out to great and small, ever growing, ever changing, Jesus Christ, when idols fall. State Community College, our foundation, shaping all.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That is fantastic. You may be seated. We look forward to hearing this beautiful tribute for many years to come. Now, we must not end this evening without recognizing, of course, that each student has achieved a significant milestone in his or her life, but as with any accomplishment, you have not done this alone. And perhaps, and most importantly, I expect that none of these graduates who have received their respective degrees or certificates this evening did so without the support of family and friends. So, that being the case, if you have played any role as a family member or friend, offered a word of encouragement, or helped in any way to make possible for these students to become our graduating class of 2022, we're going to honor you. So graduates, I'm going to now ask you all to stand and help me thank all these folks who made it possible for you to be where you are tonight. Graduates, remain standing for just a moment because it's also essential that I mention the very obvious fact that our faculty have challenged you and helped make it possible for you to learn, to expand your educational horizons. So, graduates, would you please turn and join me in thanking our faculty who are sitting right behind you? Graduates, you may be seated. I want to thank our faculty and staff who have worked so diligently to make this evening possible, including the graduation committee, You know, to do this one time takes a whole lot of people, let alone to do it 4 times, and they work so hard. So our graduation committee, all of our volunteers, all the folks who make this possible, I can't mention them all by name, but they are ably led and chaired by Miss Amy Keeling, Interim Dean of Student Academic Services. Amy, our thanks to you. And again, congratulations to our graduates. You have been and forever will be now a part of the Roane State family. We are so thankful for you. We are so blessed by you. We are so grateful that you chose Roane State Community College. This concludes the graduation ceremony. Please rise now as the stage party, faculty, and graduates exit the floor. Thank you for being here this evening.